Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here. I was so hungry to go to the beach, and I asked Jerry, say, hey Jerry, can we go to the beach?
Yeah, so we did a road trip to the beach. We were gone 4 days. And what we wanted to do is we want to go and we wanted to do an interview with Memo. Memo is a very colorful person. He can live on $300 to $500 a month. We made a video about 6 years ago where we featured him. We have over 800,000 views on that video. It's really a good video. But so what we've done is we've interviewed Memo, and one of the things we want you to know is that we couldn't live that lifestyle like he lives. Very much of a minimalist, and not a choice we can. But maybe for you, it may be a choice to live in Mexico, live within your means, and live a good life. And so we're happy to present to you this video about Memo and his, lifestyle. One of the things I'll tell you right up front, he doesn't pay rent because he has a situation where he doesn't have to pay rent. So that makes a big difference in being able to afford this lifestyle that he has there. And also, he's written a couple books, and we're going to talk about those also that you may want to investigate. So let's get into the video. I was shocked when I found out what he was paying to live monthly. And you'll see on my expression how I was shocked when he told me what was happening there. So check it out. We've come back to Lo Del Marcos to interview Memo. Now, maybe you know, or maybe you're new. We have done a few interviews with Memos over the years, and we're going to give you an update on what's happening here for him. Now, Memo, give us a little bit of background. How long have you been here in Mexico?
I've been in Mexico for 20 years.
20 years.
I've been in Lo de Marcos for 10 years, and I've been under construction for 3 years.
So Memo is building a home here, and also I want to go back in time with you. When we first met here, Memo was living on $300 a month, US dollars a month, and we did an interview there. Also, I'm going to give you a link where you can see that interview.
So when I turned 65, maybe it was 63, whenever the legal time is, I began to receive $1,685 a month from the United States government, sent directly to Mexico. $1,685 translates to 30,000 pesos a month.
Okay.
I'm rich in Mexico.
You are rich.
I could not survive in that country that I came from, which I love. But here, I can not only survive, I can prosper. I can eat, I can buy land, I can build a home, and it's all possible.
How do you divide that $1,635 a month?
3 ways.
Okay.
The first third goes towards current construction costs.
Okay.
All right, so that equaled, I think we said about $500.
$500 for construction.
Right? A third of that goes towards living.
Okay.
Food, entertainment, dog food, all those.
Now you have a partner, and you're paying $500, and he's paying $500. No?
That's for the 2 of us.
You're living on $500 for 2 people?
That's right.
I didn't know that. I thought you were doing it at $500 each.
No, and a third of that goes towards savings for future needs, whether that be medical or something else. But I think it's also important, though, for people interested, that $500 a month is not just for me.
Okay.
I have a spouse.
Okay, so you got 2 people. Okay.
That's right. But my spouse is Mexican.
Okay.
And used to living on a minimalistic type of lifestyle, as I do myself. We don't drink and we don't smoke.
Okay.
So that's a big saving.
Yeah.
There's cooking at home.
Yeah.
Restaurants are something you do once a month. So it's now in Mexico, there is no debt whatsoever. What I have, I own. The land, the house, the 20-year-old car.
Subscribe, thumb up, or comment.
Yeah, and don't forget, ring that little bell notification. That'll give you a heads up when we produce a new video for you. we will be producing our next video will be in 2 weeks, and look forward to that.
I'm retired, but I'm living a retired life that I enjoy, not that other people might not.
Okay, so you definitely live a very minimalist lifestyle, and to be able to afford for 2 people $500 a month, and so buying your food, what, like in open markets and stuff?
Oh yes, yes, we have incredible open markets for fruit and vegetables. Oh darn, I forgot to add 2 things. One, I'm a vegetarian,
Okay.
so I don't eat meat.
Mhm.
My spouse has a family, a Mexican family,
Mhm.
that raises chickens.
Okay.
And so there's an abundance of meat when that's there.
Uh-huh.
And again, the affordability of tortillas and beans and rice
And eggs.
and eggs. Oh yes.
Well, one of the things that I think is important to understand is you have to understand, what Memo and the way his thought process is for choices and making choices. So can you give our audience a little understanding of your thought process? You mentioned a few videos back that you had a book that you read that changed your life.
Right. I did, and a number of my friends did as well that live in this area, a book by the name of Your Money or Your Life.
Your money or your life.
And in that book, it talks, the main thrust is about the difference between needs and want.
Okay.
If I was to invest money this moment, if I lived up north, it would be to buy the book, The Money or Your Life.
Mm.
And follow it.
Mm-hmm.
For goodness sakes, follow it. And then read my book, Moringa of Mexico, and have a little fantasy about coming here.
Okay.
I got to a spot with doing the construction that I needed a vehicle
Okay.
to haul the bricks in. I have a 20-year-old Jeep Grand Cherokee. It cost me 12,000 pesos. That's $600. Okay? And it gets the bricks from the yard to the construction site. I'm a happy man because I fulfilled my need, not necessarily my want.
When you narrow it down, then you look at your needs.
And the thing is, with a need, you can have a very satisfying life. I don't feel as if I've been taken away from anything, that I've been shorted in any way. I wake up every day in paradise with a wonderful weather, and it's what more would I need if I didn't already have it?
Right. So the other thing, probably in the aspect of your budget of the $500 for household foods and stuff like that, you have a lot of opportunities here just with what is produced naturally.
Oh yes, oh yes. I mean, it's the yard right now has in it moringa trees and fruit trees and different vegetable plants, which during the rainy season grow on their own, and that doesn't cost much money whatsoever. Well, we have a very large community here of people who are enjoying life similar to the life that I'm leading, and we do barter.
Okay.
I grow the moringa, and from the moringa I make different food products, and I don't always receive money for them. Sometimes I receive in trade some food, or it's sometimes difficult to receive, but this wonderful shirt was given to me by one of my hikers.
Okay.
And one of my walkers gave me the shorts. Also, in the community that we have here, we support each other.
So ask you this question, because there's a lot of people that will see a video like this and they get so excited about moving here. And being here 20 years, what advice could you give the listener who wants to come down, wants to live your lifestyle, and that share with them what you've learned over the years?
I think one of the things that's most important is before the 20 years was 30 years in the workforce.
Okay.
My Social Security did not fall out of the sky.
Okay.
I earned it. And that is my money that the government is sending me. And I'm very, very thankful for that. 21 years old, minimum wage, and I hate my life. And I saw this video and I'm going to move to Mexico and have the life of my dreams. It's not going to happen. You need to do one of 2 things. You either need to own real estate where you come from, or you need a savings account. Don't come here without anything in a savings account. You will be disappointed in short order. And it's people come here, they stay for a couple of months, and they leave with their tail between their legs, very sad, very disenchanted. And I see it all the time, and it's such a shame. But I also see people who have worked for 30 years, saved up their money in a savings account or in real estate, diversify, divest themselves from it, move down here, and live a life 3 times what they could have lived had they stayed where they were.
Okay, so 3 times cheaper.
Cheaper, more enjoyable, less cold,
Uh-huh.
especially if you're in a relationship, for 2 things. First of all, that you are on the same page, because I cannot tell you how many people have moved down here as a couple. One stays and one goes back, because it is not the life that they were expecting or were honest about what they were expecting.
Right.
Save up enough money. You know, this was true when I first started my working career. I wanted to switch from being a computer programmer to being a real estate agent. And people said, not a problem. Get 6 months income in the bank and go for it. Because you'll know within 6 months whether this is going to be for you. The same is true for here. Find out what it costs you for 6 months, or ask Jerry what it costs you to live here for 6 months. Get that in a savings account. Come down here, rent a cute apartment, live for 6 months. You'll go back and either sell everything you have and move here permanently, or go back and never visit us again.
Right, right. Now, what I've noticed here in you, where you've chosen the land for your construction, it's a beautiful area here, and you are growing and you're providing a plant, moringa plant, and that. Tell us a little bit about that, and also you've written some books to educate people about the qualities or what's good about the product.
Exactly, yes. Moringa is my #1 product, which is a tropical tree. And then I also grow turmeric and neem, different things that then I harvest them, dry them, grind them, put them in capsules, put them in food, put them in dog treats. We have moringa dog treats, which are fantastic for, and right now I sell it at a price that gives me the money to buy more jars, more capsules, but eventually the business will grow.
But also now you've written a book and you have that on Amazon.
That's right, on Amazon.com.mx. It's a book in Mexico, so it's Amazon.com.mx, and that's where you look up Moringa of Mexico. It's a Kindle book, or it's a paperback that you can order it. And it's a book, although it's entitled Moringa of Mexico, the first third of it is about moringa, and the rest of it is about living here in the tropics with scorpions and snakes and tarantulas and foxes, and oh my gosh, I could go on forever.
So that book sounds like it would be a good book for somebody who's thinking about moving to the tropics and an area, and give them introductory to the area. They may not even be interested in moringa.
That's true. That's true. Yes, it is. It is the tropical lifestyle.
Tropical lifestyle, your own personal experience.
Yes.
Yeah, so now construction, $500 a month for construction. So tell us how you're doing that. You know, I mean, you don't think of people, you know, having a budget amount and then they buy. So give the audience how that can work for somebody in the way you're doing the whole process.
I build it in what I call a typical Mexican fashion, that at the beginning of the month we take 10,000 pesos, which we've decided is $500. We go to the place where you buy stuff, and we buy $500 worth of bricks, cement, mortar, rebar, whatever's needed. And they deliver it, a pile of those items. And then the work is begun. The work is begun and by one contractor, sometimes a helper. This is not a crew. And they work at building the bricks, the cement, the mortar, and when they finish that pile, they go fishing or surfing until next month when we buy more. So not in a rush here.
So ideally, 1 month's supply will keep them busy. And the next month you bring more in, and that could keep them busy in that regard. So your approach to be able to live affordable lifestyle,
just a little bit more time, maybe 4 years instead of 18 months.
Okay, so, the land that you bought here, okay, you're out in the country, beautiful surroundings here, and the nature, is that, let's say the lot here, and if somebody wanted to build in this area, they could contact you, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so we'll drop in his email and his contact information. If you want to know more about his products and his book, you can contact Memo through that. But so if somebody did want to buy, and information at least to buy, you don't sell real estate, or do you?
If it's somebody I like
Okay.
and they don't mind listening to the truth.
If you would like to subscribe, you see my face that pops up there? Just click on it and you'll be subscribed absolutely free. And if you would like to talk to me, you see where it says book now, touch on that.